This video is sponsored by Herschel.
This video is not sponsored by Squarespace. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, and today we had this very interesting battle. It's an APS-C sensor and we're talking about snappiness because we have at the blue corner out there, I can see it, you cannot, the Ricoh GR3X that I had the chance to use thanks to a friend of mine who purchased it and brought it and lent it to me so we could have a nice walk downtown together and snap some pictures. And in the red corner over there, you might not see it but I can, the little Pixii. Why is that? Because both of them are great street photography tools. Both of them are using APS-C sensors and both of them are snappiness. One made its own character and it's famous for that snappiness. I'm talking about the Ricoh, while the other one, the little Pixii, being a rangefinder, well, when it's not so easy and maybe not so fast to align the images inside the rangefinder, I basically zone focus, which is snappiness, because you set the distance, you zone focus, and you can just snap pictures here and there, pointing the camera at your subject. And so it made sense, at least in my mind, to compare the two of them. And my friend also brought a Sony Alpha 6500 with this Samyang glass, which I don't know at all, but I didn't use it today. And so, if you're ready, let's go rolling.
Oh, but it doesn't have the EVF.
Oh no!
It doesn't.
As we say many times, as we used to say, every time that you change camera and glass, it will change the way you are shooting. What I saw with this very quick experience with the Ricoh is that 40mm is plenty, but when you have a bit less light, then it tends to resolve colors more greenish or grayish, like in this case that I was inside the public library. As you can see, it's not very well balanced. I didn't manage to do any post-production because I wanted to show you the end result right straight out of camera, while here we were in the shade and we were just having some fun, because with this 40mm and the double way of shooting, you can either shoot close to your subject, like here I was snapping pictures, while you are at distance you can still use the 3D tracking. So it's a very versatile way of shooting. Here again 3D tracking, and here I was snapping pictures close to my subject 2.5 meters away. f6.3 1/400 of a second shutter speed, and it was plenty because you can eventually also set the automatic ISO, and then when you're having daylight and it's plenty of bright and the colors are resolved, they are very vivid. Here I didn't increase any saturation out of camera, guys. I was shooting raw, but I didn't need to tweak the images that much because, as you can see, it's still summertime, so we still have plenty of light, and I was having hard light that day, so the shadows are always helping when you're out there shooting streets, and I didn't have to tweak that much. And then, as you can see here, there are some limitations because the glass mounted on the Ricoh are not comparable to Leica, of course, and not even to the M-mount glasses that I'm using on the Pixii, which is still my favorite because it's a similar dimension. But I was very pleased by the battery because it was a long-lasting battery. My friend had a second spare battery for me just in case. I didn't need to use it because you can eventually switch off the camera as soon as you're done, and when you switch it on, it's a fraction of a second. There's no need to boot or to load anything because the camera is ready to go in a fraction of a second. Here I was trying some silhouette, and then eventually we incurred in these people gathering to manifest against, I don't even know what it was, daytime in Vancouver. Now, as you can see, I'm a bit spoiled by the glasses because, in my humble opinion, when you go out there and you want to shoot street, the very first thing that you pick up is the glass. What kind of glass, how fast, and the focal length. And so we can discuss as you want, as much as you want, guys, about the difference between 28mm and 40mm from the Ricoh GR3 and the 3X, but I don't think it's that much of a difference. You have just a tiny bit more reach, but it's still plenty wide for shooting street the way I normally shoot street. And what I do is that I normally go with the 28mm when I'm using the Leica or the 50mm when I'm using the Pixii. And so having the Ricoh and the Pixii side by side, it was a very fair comparison, in my humble opinion, for all and many aspects than the glass. Because the glass here in the Ricoh, it does its job, but I was not impressed by, I don't know, 3D pop and many other factors. I don't know if I can talk about dynamic range because it's such a gimmicky small toy to me. Despite it's a very capable camera, despite its appearances, it is a very capable camera. I just didn't have enough time to experience it to the fullest. I don't know it very well. There should be, of course, plenty of user error because I only had it in my hands for a few hours, and so user error, of course. But the way I set it, I was very pleased to see, because I loved the 3D tracking back from the days when I was using my Nikon, that I can have the 3D tracking in the Ricoh as well. So if you press the button halfway, it will focus and 3D track with this contrast autofocusing, while if you just push it further down, it snaps a picture and you're basically zone focusing with the set distance that to me it was 2.5 meters. So it's a really capable tool to have in your pockets, provided that you can both focus and 3D track or snap pictures. So guys, I think both of them graduated with honor. Both of them are very capable cameras. Remember, you have to pick up your glass first. Pick up it wisely, because then you will have to spend time with that. And you know, I'm always promoting prime lenses, and with that focal distance, it will be your additional eyes. So with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any videos to come, and I guess I will see you later. Thank you. Bye bye.